Alright guys, James and Justin here, your favorite spiritual analysts on all things culturally relevant, and there's this trending music video called Damn by Sb19. This is a Filipino boy band. I'm new to them, never heard anything, and I think this is the first time we've ever reacted to anything Filipino, but that's our jam,
I love it.
right?
This
that's
is like
what we do.
This is my lifeline to the world. I love it. I never would have heard of these people, and I was just thinking the other day, like, oh man, like if I had to use an example of something popular, I would be so out of touch recently. Like I was trying to think of an example of like a handsome dude recently, and I was like Brad Pitt, and I'm like, that's forever ago. There's probably somebody more contemporary.
Yeah, well, anyway, guys, we'll keep you waiting. Let's get into it.
Ano bang pakiramdam? Dati lang, payapa, malaya at puno ng pagmamahal ang lahat. Naglaho ng dahil sa makamundong kasakiman. Paano po ba iingatan ng kaibagaan kung ang kapaligiran na ang kalaban? Paano ba hihigitan pa ang dulo ng kabutihan? At paano ba wawakasan ng isang bagay na hindi naman nagawang simulan? Ano bang pakiramdam?
Okay, we're like almost a minute into this thing and kind of like a theatrical beginning, right?
This is a boy band, right?
Yeah. Just reminds me of like, remember they used to do like full on like little movies, like mini films before a music video. Michael Jackson
Thriller.
used to do that all the time. Yeah, it's interesting. I kind of actually like that when they kind of do that with their music video. It's a music video, so why not add a little bit more onto it? To spice it up and give it a little bit more of
the development over the ages is ridiculous. Like if you look at a music video from 1980, they're like just like tinfoil, just mirrors, looking in mirrors and at the like abstract and weird and just trying to create creativity. But now there's like looks like there's a story unfolding.
Yep.
This is ugly, but alam mo naman, dami like it. Then again, cause I might see, kahit na ano pa yan, come bite me. What you gonna do pag may dumating, na maipinaulap ako kikiligin. Kung tutok sa positibo ay baka lang papraning, kasi pag realidad na ang harang, agad nagising.
Anong pakiramdam, pamanig sa walang hanggang hagdan. Di ba sa kadampam ang katapusan, ang lahat na yung sinimula ito. Sa hindi po lahat tinipon, kahit hindi ka nagtatatigo. Kaya kabisan, hanggang ko nang dumalasan ay nag-aabang.
Itawa sa aking mga mata ang mga bagay na hindi mo nakikita.
Ang kaluwagan pag ako'y nangarap, kasikulan may di ba titinan. Eto na, kung ano mga hiraya.
Ako pa kawalan sa katanungan, anong pakiramdam,
Bakit ba nagkaganto? Ang daming tukso, bawat takpang laging may gulo. Pagkamalas, ba't ba di ko galing tumakbo? Dito lang ako, kasalanan kong lahat ng to. Nangumpay sa paggusto.
All right. Because it was a Filipino video, before we started reacting to this, I knew it was going to be a different language. So I was kind of like looking up some of the themes of the video there. But even in just some of the closed captions that we're watching there, to me it seems like there's a lot here kind of talking about the struggle of even the growth process, maybe them as a band or whatever, building themselves up, going through the whole thing. Which I think is something that most people can relate to when whatever they're trying to do, there's this, struggle and always that constant desire for more and more. We just did a video where we're kind of like talking about a little bit of that.
Have these guys been around for a while?
I don't know anything about them, but I'm sure they're well established if they have a video like this. But it's good for you guys out there. Let us know. Are they the most popular band in the Philippines? Are they the,
I could I feel like back in the
Yeah.
day you would hear this in a club. I don't know if that's
I chat
even a thing people do
checked
anymore.
this, so hopefully it is Filipino. I don't even.
It's
I don't even
interesting
know.
that boy bands sometimes, like, if you do listen to the lyrics, it's like they're not always just talking about something simple. Like sometimes, like even the Backstreet Boys back in the day, as they evolved, some of their music started to be like about deeper things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a struggle because I feel
Whatever.
like when artists start going, the deeper they go, I feel like the broader band base tends to kind of trickle off because people are like, I don't want to necessarily think about deeper things right now. Because it's like that's something that kind of, I think, grows with maturity. Not to say that there aren't mature young people. I'm just saying typically on average, as you mature and grow older, you start to think about some of these deeper things. So good on them. They still look young.
The style reminds me of like anime. There's a lot of anime that gets watched by the people that I live with, and their hair and stuff like that. It's like it reminds me of anime visuals, style and stuff like that. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah.
Two scenes, I'm all ears with two hands. Wag nyo kung hamunin. Here, Max, got susunugin. Yeah, that's the bliss, cause I'm the great, the best. Pessimist and y'all cannot contest. Racist don't excite me, not the faintest. Cause boom, but this never ends.
Nasaan ba yung mga paa? Kung di naman kaya tumayong mag-isa. Ano hawak ka ng pangarap? Kung matutuwag ka lang sa pahamok. Eto na, kailangan mong maniwala.
Paano mo bumakas sa landig sinimulo? Wala natili kang walang alam sa pakiramdam. Bakit ba nagkaganto? Ang daming tukso.
Bawat hakbang laging may gulo. Pagkamalas
Ba't ba? Di ko galing tumakbo. Dito lang ako. Kasalanan kong lahat ng to. Nahumpay sa paggusto.
Ang lahat ay may dahilan. Huwag ka nan, sige lang sa paghabang. Ano ba? Higita ng sagada. Kung ito na ang wakasan, walang simula.
Ito na. Bakit ba nagkaganto? Ang daming tukso. Bawat hakbang laging may
That's kind of some powerful imagery that everything will kind of turn to stone and then it will crack and it will eventually crumble. You know, so you know, maybe they're kind of going through some of their own deeper like reflection on some of the stuff that they've been going through. Who knows how long? I don't know how long they've been going on for, but everyone, I think, along those lines. Think about an older artist, what they must feel like when they get to the real end, when they're probably in their 70s or 80s and they were a famous singer, and they're thinking about like what will be left after this. Like
Way back in the 90s, what types of CDs would you like? There were a few albums that no matter whose house you went to, you like if they had a sister, you'd see certain pop stars there. If they had a brother, there's certain albums that were like prevalent.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't even know what the reality of that is anymore because everything's like digital, you know? But I'm saying, but then in the wash, like take something like the Backstreet Boys, which I mentioned before, documentaries come out about how like horrific it was, the reality.
yeah.
You know, they're doing interviews at the time and they're like, how do you like how having all these girls chasing you? And they're like, what guy wouldn't love it? And then skip 20 years and it's like, we were getting ripped off and there's a reality to fame and there's a reality to all this stuff.
Someone had to go in for like sex rehab addiction or
Right.
something.
And then to this day, I see some things with certain pop stars from certain maybe countries and stuff like that that's a little disconcerting. Like almost like it's like a machine, you know? Why is it that every person's house you went into in the 90s, you'd see certain scenes? I'm not going to claim them.
yeah.
I'm not going to say what specific ones, but it's like you're conditioned. Like this is the Elvis. This is the pop star. So you be into it, dum-dums. And it's a machine. And meanwhile, the people behind the characters in the machine are like real humans that like are going through something.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think of this? I'm gonna be honest. It's not my jam. Like, I wouldn't listen to it. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying anything wrong with it. But I'm getting older now, and my likes and dislikes have changed over the years. And at this point in my life, it's not my thing. Which may be good for them. They're like, good. We don't want old dudes being into this. But I'm not into it.
Yeah. It's not that it's anything that usually I struggle with anything when I have to listen to watch closed captions, or it's not like the language, because usually that's part of my tie to music, is being able to sing along with the lyrics and understand everything. Maybe if I listen to it longer, like you said, sometimes if you expose yourself to something long enough, you can sometimes become a fan of it. You know, I can't see that probably happening with this. But
why be mean?
Not to say that it's not.
Why am I being mean? Why did I feel the need to say that I'm not into it?
I just being honest.
I just wanted to touch in on some honesty for a sec, but let me go a different direction. I'll notice that it is the type of music you can move to. Like, if I like get rid of all inhibitions and just let myself go, I could see like dancing around maybe to this a little bit or getting into it. Sure. But it's a departure from what I usually would listen to. I'd say that.
All right. Continue on.
Damn.
Good stuff. At the end there, well, throughout the video, there was a lot of reference to that tree, and the only symbol that I can pull out of that is tree of life stuff, right? So, you know, that's death and life and being aware of it. The tree of life to me is a symbol of the awareness of death and life and impermanence.
Deep.
So
could be, you know, I'm being a little rude and insulty here. But I don't know. I guess that's just where I'm at. Forgive me, you know. So, I don't see anything inherently wrong or anything. Like I said, it's got a good beat you can move to. There's depth, it seems, to the lyrics. That's all good. But for some reason, it's making me think of the term. I don't even know if kids use the word cool anymore. But it's the idea of being cool or trying to look cool or something. I remember when I was like in kindergarten, they went around the class and everybody had to say something they were into. Yeah. And it came on me and they said, what do you like to do? I said, I like being cool. And the whole class erupted in laughter at me. Yeah. And I didn't understand. And I think about when you're young and you're trying to appear cool and the amount of effort that goes. I got people who I love them, and they go to Comic-Con. Yeah. And they try to present themselves. There's an aspect of self-expression, which is valid. There's an aspect of posturing. Is like, you know, when you were in high school, you're like, you know, like, do I look cool? Who are we kidding here? And I think about something my dad used to say when we were younger. Remember when he used to be like, I love not having to be cool anymore. I love not having the worry about trying to be cool. Yeah. I just wanted to shoehorn that concept in here. Yeah. Because we have to like suspend our capacity to be cringed out a little bit to enjoy coolness every now and then. If you're gonna watch John Wick, you know, like in the rain, flipping the collar. We gotta like pretend some things aren't cringy sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I'll suspend my thing, but I'm being the jerk here and bringing it to the surface. The idea of coolness.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I hope that the fans, they reach out and they tell us how cool they are, and that they tell us everything they know about it, because that's what you guys do. You inform us on these things because we're so ignorant. We don't know anything about these guys. But it is fun to react to it and kind of get your guys' comments and hear what you guys have to say about it. So hopefully you did like our reaction on this. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share this with a friend, and everyone till next time, stay spiritual.